Hey guys, we are playing Halo 1. We are going for the skulls. There are about, I'd say around 15, maybe 13 to 15 skulls in Halo 1. There's a few on each level. They're not like the terminals where there's one on each one. First one you saw there was the Iron Skull right when the mission starts. You'll come out of cryo sleep. You might have to do the tutorial, or while you're doing the tutorial, they'll look up, down, and all that nonsense. Just turn around and it's right behind those things that look like fusion coils but aren't fusion coils. Second one, very start of the second mission, Halo. You'll come out, you'll exit the drop pod. Usually you're supposed to go left, go across the bridge, but instead we're going to go up to the right, and we're going to go over to this waterfall. Now, I was following lane at this point, so I didn't know which rock it was behind, but it's actually behind the first rock on the right, which you'll see right here. Right there, sitting in the water. Alright, third one is actually the same mission. You can see the tower there in the background. That's the first place right after you cross the bridge, and there's a few banshees that might shoot at you, and there's a few groups of enemies. You'll come to that tower. You have to defend a group of friendlies from a few Covenant dropships. So you can either bypass that or actually do that to continue the mission. We just ran across the valley. Usually you get the Warhog dropped after you defend them. But we just walked across and walk up the side of the ridge there, and it's right there. Next one is on the third mission, Truth and Reconciliation. You'll come to this area. There's two sections here. There's a Wraith, I believe. Maybe that's a different room. But anyway, you're going to sit in this room and wait for Cortana to open a door. At some point, enemies will come out of this door, so you'll kind of want to be near it so that you can walk inside and grab the Iron Skull. Alright, again, the fourth mission, Silent Cartographer. Don't throw a grenade like I just did, because I almost killed me. But right at the start of the mission, usually you storm the beach with your Marines going forward, but you'll want to loop around and come over here. You can either do this now, or I believe after you activate the switch to unlock the locked room with the elite with the sword. I believe you come out here and drop down the face of the cliff right in front of me right now. And there's a flipped Warthog and like rocket launchers. I believe this is the same sort of plateau. So you can either do it halfway through the mission, or you can just do what we did and start up the mission, load up the mission, and just turn around and walk. It's quite a far walk, but there it is. Alright, same mission, Silent Cartographer. That's the switch that you activate. It's one of the that's either where the Silent Cartographer actually switches, or that's either the switch to unlock. You'll come to a room with two hunters, and then you'll see that switch. You'll kill them and go by, and then when you exit that room, there's going to be cloaked guys. So that's where that area is. But it's very tricky. You're going to want to hit a checkpoint close to that and actually grenade jump. Plasmas were easier to do it. The trick was, we tried to do it like throwing down and running and then jumping. But if you sit on the grenade for a little while and actually right when it starts to beep, then jump and move forward, and make sure you crouch when you try to land, just in case to tuck up those legs just so you can make the face clip, because it is annoying. Helps with the co-op partner because you have two chances. Alright, next one, the Fog Skull, is on the next mission, Assault on the Control Room. You'll come to this area. All these rooms basically look the same, but it's an early room. You'll come here, and there's going to be the skull up in the middle area there. Basically, for reference point, you saw those sleeping grunts. The second you see those sleeping grunts, that means the room's here. And you're going to want to grenade jump here again. Make sure the frag's right under you, land there, and jump up. And there's your skull. Same mission again. We're going to come to this area with the bridge. You can see the bridge, there's a turret right there. But this is where you cross the bridge going there. You can grab the tank or whatever. And instead of crossing the bridge, we're going to drop down right here and pick up the skull. Watch fall damage. I would try to land on it just in case you do take too much fall damage and end up dying. You'd probably still be able to pick up the skull. Alright, towards the beginning of 343 Guilty Spark, you could take different routes. I'm not really sure. This mission I usually just go the same route every time for memory. But you'll see that wooden log bridge there. You can either cross it and drop down to the left, or you can just drop down like we did and follow the path, stick to the right, and then behind this tree is the hidden skull. Very start of the library, you're going to go down the hall. You'll be attacked by a few flood. You're supposed to go through that door to the right where Lane just came out of. Instead of doing that, you're going to want to either grenade jump up here or do what I did and jump on your partner's head if you have a partner playing. And in the right, I don't even know what to call this, event, we'll call it. I couldn't find it in the beginning, but you actually have to kind of walk up the steep incline there to find the black eye skull. Library, this is, you can see the end of the mission right there. When you walk onto that, that's the end of the mission. So we're on the 4th floor. When you get through the door of the 4th floor, don't walk straight because it will end the mission. You want to stick to the right, follow that all the way around, grab the skull, and then finish the mission. Alright, this is, I believe, this is towards the end of the mission of 2 betrayals. We're going to be using our suit to EMP blast a few areas. So we'll come out of that tunnel area where there were a bunch of wraiths guarding it for the first time. You can see the 3rd objective up above me right there. But instead we're going to come to this giant tunnel here where we went down in an earlier mission, and we're going to use the Banshee. You have to come out of this tunnel, go all the way back to where the Banshee was, grab the Banshee, and then use it to fly up here. It's behind the left, sort of, I don't even know what to call that, but it's right there. And then finally, the last skull. This is the last mission, the Maw. You will be doing the driving section to get to the stealth bomber type deal. This is the halfway mark where you're supposed to sit. Cortana will tell you to sit here and wait for Foehammer. Instead of doing that, you're gonna want to use your Warthog, jump on the Warthog, jump up for your skull, and you'll get that.